Hi and hello everybody, it's Fern. Welcome back to another Planty video, or welcome if you are new. I am going to be doing a walkthrough of my collection today for January. I like to do one of these videos every single month to update y'all with exciting and maybe not so exciting, maybe quite negative things that are happening in my collection, because there's always an assortment of events that are occurring within the plants. If you're new here, I have over 150 houseplants, and here on my channel, I basically share the chronicles of a crazy plant lady. So if you would like to see more planty videos from me, hit that subscribe button. I would love to have you. We have had an unusually sunny January this year, which I am absolutely loving. And of course, the plants are absolutely loving it as well. And it is, again, sunny today. So we are going to be trying to work with the aggressive lighting. But that's okay. We're going to roll with it and we're going to figure it out. I think that I'm going to start by walking through the bedroom. So I'll see you there. Y'all always hear me complaining about having to film when the sun's coming in here so much because it's just makes things difficult for me. But it is just so incredibly beautiful, so let's just appreciate it for a moment. And of course we have some stunning rainbows from my sun catchers, and yeah, it's just it's like the vibes are immaculate. I can't even tell you how nice it is to be in here on a sunny day. Just absolutely gorgeous. Olive was there, but she's left because she hears me talking to myself. But yeah, I just wanted to show you really quick. Absolutely gorgeous. Like I said though, we are going to head into the bedroom. There's not even really much going on here, I don't think. Oh, sorry, Mama's coming here to disturb you now, Bubba. So, we currently have no plant right here. If you recall, that is where my variegated Thanksgiving cactus normally lives. But there has been an unfortunate event that has happened to that plant. So I will get to that one. It's in the dining room now, but yeah, I need to figure out what to put there. I'm thinking about putting my fern leaf cactus there, but we shall see. I have my begonia thurstonii hanging out here by the window or by the door because I just don't know what to do with this plant, to be honest with you. She's just kind of growing out of control. And I don't really have a great spot for her, so she's just hanging out there for now indefinitely. And then I also moved my begonia Fanny Moser in here recently because I rearranged out in the living room where the Monstera Thai was. If you saw that video, it was I think the last plant chores video that I posted. But I had to move the Fanny Moser somewhere, and this is where she is because she doesn't really care where she's living, to be honest with you, so I just stuck her there for now. And then above her we have the Wally Grow plant wall, and the plants are all doing just absolutely amazing here. I cannot get over how well they're doing actually. This Polynura Silver is just growing like a weed. Like, it is crazy how big this plant is. I don't think you can even tell just by looking at it unless you see me like holding it, but it's huge, you guys. And just like the leaves are huge as well. Oh my gosh, I know I'm showing it every single time I do a walkthrough, but it's just gorgeous. And we have some new leaves coming in. Look at these fresh ones too. They're like so minty colored, just beautiful. Like, look at the size of these. That's crazy. That is just crazy how big they are. This Wyetii up here is also massive, so it's kind of fun to see these Hoyas just get so big. And they're so easy to care for in the Wally Grow planters. Sometimes I take them off the wall to like shower them and give them a thorough drench, but most of the time I just use my electric water and put some water in the back slot here, and then it like comes through and gets wicked up by the plant. So very, very easy. And yeah, we have the grow light here as well, so everything is like just not automated, but very low care needs, I guess. My Monstera adansonii is doing well. It's putting out new leaves, and she is finally on a positive trajectory, I feel, so thank goodness for that. Hushkaliana is always looking gorgeous. I won't take her down because I'm always talking about this one. But yeah, I'm obsessed, and I love that the new growth comes out pink. It is just like the cutest thing ever. I am going to take down the variegated Maranta because I want to talk to you about this one real quick. I've been so excited to share this positive update with you. Look at how gorgeous this Maranta is looking. This is my variegated Maranta that was really having a hard time. It was living in front of the window and I just thought it wasn't getting enough light. So I moved it to the plant wall and I've tried to grow it in that spot on the plant wall in front of the Soltech lights in the past. And it wasn't doing well. So many people would comment telling me it's getting too much light, they don't like that much light. And I was like, no, I know that that's not the answer because I've grown Marantas right under grow lights in the past and I love the way that they grow under grow lights. Yes, you can grow them in lower lighting, you can grow them in a north facing window and they'll be happy, but I love the coloring that they get when you grow them under grow lights. So for example, this is a leaf that is grown in natural light. The color is just like not as bold, but then under grow lights you get this like almost red. It's just so beautiful. So I just really had a feeling that it was not too much light for it in that spot, but there was something else going on with it. It didn't end up thriving, so I took it down. So this was round 2 of trying growing it in that spot under those grow lights, and look at her. She is living her best life, looking absolutely gorgeous. So many new leaves coming in. So I've been so excited to jump on here and to report to y'all that she is thriving under the highlight conditions. And yeah, I'm just so happy about it because it's just absolutely gorgeous when you grow Marantas under grow lights, especially this one, like the rabbit's foot or whatever this is. I just love like the red color that it gets. So beautiful. So yeah, it's definitely my preferred way to grow this one. Like the older leaves are fine, like they're still cute, but I just love the red color that comes through. So that is my update on this one, and she's just on a roll, so I can't wait to continue to watch this one grow. I want her to be massive, and I'm hoping to get some more variegation because her variegation is pretty sparse, I will say that, but that's okay. I'm just gonna keep growing her and kind of see what happens. Anyways, really positive update for that one. Oh, and she is in pawn, just for anybody who didn't know that. So she's in self-watering, which is perfect because I don't have to water her that often. She's not getting super bone dry up there. Because if you're giving a plant really high light, then it is important, more important that you keep up with the watering. It's been so nice loving the plant wall this much lately because I don't know, when I first switched out the plants to these ones, if you have been here for a while, then you know I used to have trailing philodendron on this wall, which was stunning, but I switched it out because I wanted to try some different types of plants, and it didn't look amazing at first, I will be honest, but I've made a couple of changes, and just like the way it's evolved, the way that the plants are growing in, I just love it so much. I'm really happy with it, so yeah. Grand. Okay, and then we come out here to the Vitzo shelf, and what's great about the sunny days, you can see the sun comes all the way back here to the Vitzo shelf, so some of them get some actual sunlight, which only happens at certain times of the year, and it's very infrequent. So I just think that it is such a treat for them and for me to be able to see them sunbathing like this. So yeah, it's just very gorgeous to see the sun coming in here. But let's start over here on this side. I'm trying to stick to like updates that I have. Oh, this crazy Hoya. This is Hoya paradisia, which I really love, but it has been such a slow growing Hoya for me. I've been waiting for it to grow some more, and it's put out this new vine, which has decided to wrap around the Soltech grow light there, which is so crazy. So I've been loving the way that looks. Like, it just looks so wild and cool. I am gonna have to take it down eventually because I'm gonna have to like spray or shower down this plant, but for now I'm just really enjoying how that looks. I kind of love when Hoya just grab onto random things, so yeah, that's cool. Right here we have my begonia Magdalene Matson, which we potted up together. These were cuttings, and we potted them in pawn. And I mean, so far so good. I haven't had to do anything to this. I haven't even needed to refill the water. So I don't know. It seems to be okay so far. So it's just kind of settling in. We have my beautiful variegated Rhaphidophora tetrasperma, which is looking so good. I need to move this somewhere soon. but it's just doing so well lately, and all of the leaves have such beautiful variegation. Oh, there's a dead one. Remove that. Oh, there's actually, yeah, I need to like collect debris and dust off these shelves again soon. My pinguicula raspberry blonde has been in flower. I posted about this on Instagram, so, oh, we have plants covering the camera. I posted about this on Instagram, so perhaps you've seen it there, but this is probably my favorite pinguicula flower that I've ever gotten. It looks like a pansy. I love how ruffled and cute it is. This is actually pretty old by now. Like, it's been on here for probably over 2 weeks now, so I'm expecting it to, you know, die off soon, but I really am just enjoying it while it's here. And these pinguicula, I moved them under this grow light. They seem to be really enjoying it, getting some of their color back, which is really great to see. And then in here is my begonia breviremosa, and I'm so shocked, you guys, to see that this plant is alive and that it has grown these new leaves, because I potted this in, oh my gosh, I would have done it in a video with y'all. I potted this in, oh, I think in the mini leca in a self-watering pot, and immediately the cutting just started to die off, and I was like, oh shoot. So I grabbed it out. It was rotted. I removed all of the roots, and I thought it was going to be a goner. Like, there was no salvageable leaves. It was basically just a stick. But I decided to stick it in sphagnum moss and then a Ziploc bag, because the Ziploc bag never fails me. Like, I'm telling you, if you need to save a plant, do the Ziploc bag method. It always works. And yeah, it worked for this one. It spit out, it like immediately started spitting out new leaves. It didn't take long at all. And I'm assuming that it's rooting in there. And yeah, I'm really, really glad that this one has lived, because oh my goodness, I thought for sure I was gonna lose it. These ones up here, I don't even really have any updates with them, to be honest with you. Chingensis is looking cute. Monkey tail is looking crazy, as usual. I do have a couple philodendron gigas leaves here, because I recently did a chop and extend for my gigas, and I figured that I would prop a couple of the leaves, because they were just too beautiful to get rid of. Like, look at that color. Oh my gosh, it's like a gorgeous bluey green. Oh, just absolutely gorgeous. I'm obsessed with this plant. So yeah, those are just potted in some DIY soil mix, and they look cute just hanging out here. My Hoya Surprise gave me a new leaf. It's this one right here. It looks a little like janky. Oops, can you even see? There we go. It looks a little janky. But I don't think that this has flat mites, because I have sprayed this down with the Safers. Actually, that damage could be from the Safers, so that's probably more likely. Anyways, nice to get a new leaf on this one, because it is a slow grower in my experience so far. We have another cute pink flowering. I don't think this one was flowering when I did my last walkthrough either. But this is pinguicula, like Alerciae or something like that. I also shared this one on Instagram if you follow me there. But so cute. I love the dainty little pink flower. And this is a first time bloomer for me as well. And I am trying to give this one some more light. So he's living on the chair under the Barinas. This is actually an exciting new leaf on my Hoya Lambii Silver. I've been waiting for this Hoya to give me a new leaf for months and months. And I feel it was worth the wait, because look at this. So much gorgeous minty splash, and a really big leaf as well. So that is absolutely stunning. Both of my variegated Polynera are recuperating from being attacked by aphids. So yeah, they're putting out some new leaves, which is really great. The inner variegated is looking quite good as well, with some pretty new leaves there. So I'm glad that they are recovering from that. And then down here, there's not really much to report, to be honest with you, except for this Alocasia frydek gave me an all white leaf, which I thought was interesting, because my other Alocasia frydek, the one that lives in soil, also just gave me an all white leaf. So I don't know what that's about. I feel like I've never had this plant give me an all white leaf before, and now it's happened twice, like within a matter of weeks. So yeah, but anyways, gorgeous plant. Love this alocasia so much. Hoya Mini Bell looks really happy lately. It's putting out a lot of new leaves, and it's also climbing up the side of the shelf. So really pretty Hoya. I love the Mini Bell. It's giving me a lot of silver leaves lately though, so don't know what that's about, but I do love this plant. She's so pretty. Okay, center little section here. So my silver sword is all wrapped up like a freaking mummy right now because I'm air layering this plant. I did this on one of my Patreon videos that I just posted. And yeah, I'm going to be chopping this plant up. So I'm hoping to get a lot of roots in that moss there. And then what else? Oh my gosh, my Hoya Wilbur Graves, you guys. She is always doing the freaking most because look at this. She is going to be blooming again, which is crazy. This plant is always blooming all year. Like, doesn't matter what season it is, always blooming. So I was just not expecting that with a Carnosa type Hoya. But no, and you can see like juicy peduncle right there that looks like it's gonna bloom at some point. That one just was, I think. There's another juicy one right there. Like, she is just ready. So I kind of love that. We do have some new baby leaves coming in on this plant as well. I don't want to touch them too much, but they're so cute right here. As for my philodendron, so Philodendron gloriosum is working on a new leaf for me, which is very exciting because I transferred this plant into Leca probably a month ago now, and it's just kind of been rooting and getting established, but now it's preparing to give me a nice new leaf, and I cannot wait to see what that's going to look like. And then my Philodendron Patriciae, I recently potted this up and gave it a new pole and everything, and it's still kind of getting established. There's nothing to really show yet, but so far it is hanging in there, thankfully. Anthurium Doriaki Silver is doing well. This is actually Doriaki Silver and Red Crystal hybrid, and that one is flowering for me also. Oh yeah, also the flowers on my Phalaenopsis Bronze Maiden are slowly but surely coming in, or like the flower spike. It looks like there's only going to be a couple flowers on it if it actually does flower, but yeah, that one's still putting that out. And what else? Let's move over here. Oh yeah, this is the other Frydek I was talking about, putting out this all white leaf, which was really pretty, but it's like dying. Wait, is there webbing on here? Oh my gosh, does this have spider mites? I mean, that wouldn't be surprising because it's an alocasia, but do you see that webbing between the like near the sinus there? What the heck? I never have spider mites. That's kind of crazy, but okay. Guess that I will have to treat these plants here. What else? Hoya Thomsonii is always just the same. I want this Hoya to flower so bad, and I don't know what to do to get it to flower. I had people commenting on a video once telling me that this Hoya needs something specific to flower, but I cannot remember what those comments were. Like, it's left my brain. So if you have any tips for me regarding this Hoya, let me know and I'll remember what you say this time. But it is cool to see this one in the sun because it's so fuzzy. Do you see all the fuzz? Like, how cute is that? So love that. And then down here we have the variegated dragon scale, of course, such an incredible plant. Looks like it is going to be working on a new leaf soon as well in there, which is always nice to see. But yeah, this is just like one of my most impressive plants right now, I would say. I think it's just gorgeous. So yeah, still doing well. And then down here at the bottom, we have Hoya Lima Silver, which we repotted about a week ago now in a plant chores video into this mini leca, and it seems to be doing fine. I haven't had to do anything to it yet. I haven't even had to refill it, but like the leaves still feel firm and I have no reason to be concerned for it. So I think that it's adapting well. And not really any other changes. My Begonia polensis is still back here in this bag and it is putting out new leaves, so I'm assuming that it's rooting in there, but I don't know when I'm gonna pull that out. I'll have to do that sometime. but I don't feel like pulling it out right now. But it looks good, whatever's happening in there. Okay, and then arguably one of the most exciting things going on in my collection right now is this new leaf that is coming in on my Anthurium. This is a Crystal Meg crossed with Luxurians, and this is one of my top favorite plants in my entire collection. I just think that this, like, I still can't believe that I just have this growing in my house. Like, it's huge, you guys. It's huge. That's my hand. I can't even pull the camera far enough to show you, but this is a massive leaf and it's just amazing to see. So yeah, it's still hardening off. It did get damaged up here, which is really unfortunate, but that's okay, I guess. Yeah, just an absolutely breathtaking plant. And that one has really been enjoying the sunny days lately too. The other leaves are also massive and they get nice and dark like this. Yeah. Love her. Okay, and then let's take a look at the plants around the Millsbo cabinet. So I still have a couple of philodendron that need to be potted up here. The Majestic, I really need to get to that. Glorious, and then my big Glorious is still hanging out here for now. Philodendron micans I need to chop. I'm gonna have like a spring propagation video coming up, so we will definitely be chopping several plants in that video, and that will be one of them. New leaf came out on my Pallidiflorum a while ago as well. I think it was this one right here. Really dark and pretty and very long. I don't want to get in there and disturb this new leaf too much, but yeah, everybody seems really happy, to be honest with you. So let's take a peek inside the cabinet, which I have been really struggling to keep up with watering because it's been so hot lately. Like, it's already 25 degrees in this cabinet and it is still, actually it's noon. I thought it was still the morning, but it's noon and it's only going to get hotter in here on these sunny days. So things dry out really quickly. So I have to stay really on top of it. Hoya lacanosa inner variegated is always putting out a lot of beautiful leaves. This is another one that I have to really be intentional about staying on top of the watering because it is just in this small little pot. We have a couple of Anthurium new leaves. These were these out the last time I did a walkthrough? I don't know. But this is definitely the biggest leaves I've gotten on these seedlings back here that I got from North Shore Tropicals last summer, or last spring. So it's nice to see those like making some progress size-wise. And this beautiful new leaf on my Anthurium Warocquianum. Love that so much. And what else? There's not really, oh my gosh, this, what's this called? Anthurium veitchii was rotting, which I figured out the other day. So it is rerooting in sphagnum moss. That was very annoying, but I'm glad that I figured out that was happening. Oh, this is actually really fantastic and unexpected news. So my Syngonium chiapense variegated, which, you know, appeared to be going all variegated, is putting out a new leaf, and look how green it is. So there is hope yet. I could not believe that. I thought for sure it was going to give me another white leaf. So I'm so excited about that. Cannot wait to see that leaf come out. Because this is just such a pretty plant. Like, please, I want to grow you. This Hoya boitii on the bottom level is going up through the shelf, climbing all the way up to the top, literally to the very top of the cabinet. How crazy is that? So there's just like random Hoya vines everywhere in here. Okay, and then down here we have my Goliath Forgetii flowering. So there's that. We also have my Alocasia longiloba silver putting out a leaf, and look how huge it is. It's so crazy. The Alocasia pink dragon did the exact same thing. I cut them both down to stumps. She's over there. But I cut them both down to stumps, and the pink dragon shot out that massive leaf and is doing super well now. And now this one is shooting out a massive leaf also. So that's really cool to see. I've grown this Alocasia out from being a stump like 3 times now at this point. Something just always happens with it. But yeah, it's just so satisfying seeing those big leaves come in. Over here we have my Begonia Libercii. which is looking so pretty. I cut this like pretty much completely back just to sticks because I also took some propagations which are back there. But this has grown in so cute and full. It's so bushy now. And this is just such a pretty begonia. Like, I love that sharp leaf shape. And it's so silvery and pretty. The more mature leaves are like this, like velvety like this with no spots. So it's really interesting to see it like change forms. But yeah, really cool begonia, and I'm so glad that it grew back out for me so nicely. This is my King of Spades stump, which is rooting. I pulled this out the other day and checked, and it is rooting, so thank goodness for that. But yeah, everyone else is just kind of hanging out in here. We actually have a lot of new growth happening on my Hoya campanulata. It's growing all the way up there as well. I have a lot of Hoya that are just like growing crazy right now. But yeah, everyone's pretty happy in there as well. A lot of rehab plants that are kind of like recovering and I'm finally seeing progress on. So that's always really nice. I love these little plants on my keychain thing. Cute. Okay, up on the top as usual we have Philodendron El Guapo, which I'm not going to take down because there's nothing crazy going on, although it does look like it is going to give us a new leaf soon, so that's cool. It's already such a massive plant. And then beside that one we have my Mandula pothos, which was sitting down here like all week. I just recently put it back up, but I'll insert a little clip of what it's currently looking like because it is looking so good. And this is a plant that I've been trying to grow out to look good for like years now, and I really only prefer the Mandula pothos climbing. I think that just shows off the leaves and the shape and the colors so much better. So I'm really excited that this plant is finally starting to look good, and I need to take it down and extend the pole soon, and then I guess it's just gonna like stay down here for now. And then over here at this little plant shelf, everybody is also doing pretty well here. I don't think I have any crazy updates. The frosted heart has actually been kind of taking off and growing a lot, which is nice to see. We still have flowers on my Phalaenopsis odorian, which is crazy, and on my jewel orchid. Hoya coriaceae, it just put out super long vines. I think I need to find a different spot for this one. I think it's a little too low light in that corner, but I'm glad that I tried it out. Anyways, what else do we have going on here? Not too much up here. I've had some Haworthia blooming in my little succulent section, which is cute. You can see this variegated one is flowering, and that's always kind of fun to see. They're cute little like stripy white flowers, really interesting. And other than that, there's not too much happen. Oh yeah, oh my gosh, you guys, here she is. Okay. My variegated Thanksgiving cactus. This is what is left of her. I know, truly devastating, and what's left of her looks so horrible. So long story short, my little slippers, long story short, this plant was in full flower a couple of weeks ago, and I was like, okay, that's kind of weird because it just flowered in November. And it's not unusual for these plants to flower twice a year, but it just felt like a weird time for it to be flowering. So I was giving it a closer look, and I noticed that some of the branches were wrinkly. And I was like, okay, that's not a good sign because I regularly water this plant, like it shouldn't be wrinkly. So I decided to unpot it and take a look at what was going on with the roots. And there was hardly any. It was so weird. It was like the root ball like broke off or like rotted, I guess. So the roots were horrible. I ended up just having to save or try to save cuttings. Now a lot of this plant was either all green or all variegated, and I only kept cuttings that show like balanced variegation because I don't really want all green, and the all variegated ones would just like die off. Like this one has a little piece that's all variegated and that's just gonna die off. So yeah, really devastating honestly, because this is one of my like top favorite plants in my collection, like top 10. So yeah, I'm hoping that some of these will take. I have it rooting in the Molly's Orchid Mix, which I have good luck with rooting jungle cactus in. That's what I rooted my fern leaf cactus here in. And I've rooted this plant, like the Variegation Thanksgiving cactus, I've rooted cuttings in this before as well. So I felt like that was my best bet. But yeah, at this point, I'm just crossing my fingers. I know a lot of these cuttings aren't going to make it just based on how like sad they are, but I know that some of them will, like the ones with a really thick like center vein thing here. I think that those ones will root. As long as a few of these root, I will be happy, but I thought I would just try as many as I could. So yeah, really kind of a sad story and so out of the blue. Like I was not expecting this plant to just suddenly croak. So yeah, huge bummer with that, but I am really hoping that some of those cuttings are going to take and grow out to give me some nice variegation. But yeah, I guess we'll see about that. I still have my begonia maculata down here because I don't know, I just think it looks kind of cool on this shelf, and it has been giving me some massive new leaves. Like look at the size of this one, it's huge. So that's kind of cool. And there's another like decent, oh, this one looks like it might be getting too close to the light. Yeah, really, really gorgeous begonia though. I love her so much, and she's just kind of growing funky there. So that's cool. And of course we have the pink dragon alocasia that I was talking about. I love this one so much, and you can see that some of the Aurea variegation has burned into it now. So pretty. I'm just, I'm obsessed with this alocasia. It's gorgeous even though it's only one leaf. I love the pink stems, like everything about it I just think is so stinking cute. Now normally my philodendron gigas is in this spot, but like I said, I did a chop and extend with that one. So I have it over here. I actually want to put it on the table. I just want it to be getting some really nice light while it's getting reestablished. But let me try to show you. There's a better view. It's only 3 leaves now. Oh my gosh, look at the disco ball thing is going. And it's so pretty in here. So yeah, we are just down to 3 leaves now, and this plant is getting reestablished. So yeah, this was at the top of the last pole, and now it's at the bottom of this pole, and I added a new pole so it can continue to grow. But yeah, I'm really happy with this setup. We have the dark Rousseau poles and the pole mount, and it's just really nice. So I'm gonna leave that one to soak up some sunshine this afternoon. And then I guess I can talk about the other pole that I have in front of the south window because I'm trying to give it as much light as possible. My philodendron varicosum. This was living in the bedroom for a while, but I pulled it out so that it could just get a little bit more warmth and a little bit more light, and it's doing really well. As you can see, I'm getting some new leaves. These are going to be the first new leaves that this plant has given me since I chopped it up in October. So I am just super thrilled about that. So gorgeous, so exciting. This is a plant that is on my goals to grow out this year. So I'm really glad that it is already getting off to a good start. Okay, and then for the window plants, I'm not going to grab any of them down, but they're doing really well. I'm sure that they are enjoying all of the light that we've been getting lately. Hoya linearis is doing well. Like I really don't have any crazy updates for anybody in the window, I don't think. No, I don't. They're all just hanging out and looking gorgeous. I am thinking about repotting this burrow's tail soon because I know it's gonna be, this is already such a tricky plant to repot, and I know that this planter is only gonna make things more difficult with like the more narrow top. So I feel like I need to get it out as soon as possible. So that's gonna be on my list, but gosh, I just love this plant. It is like the cutest little trailing succulent ever. So yeah, I'm excited. Well, I'm nervous, but I am excited to be repotting that sometime soon. And then down on the windowsill, we have my silver Matilde, which is looking so gorgeous. It's putting out such a pretty vine over here. Look at how silver this vine is. Like these leaves are just looking gorgeous. The shape is gorgeous, the color is gorgeous. I'm so happy with that. So just letting her do her thing. I'm hoping I'm gonna get more flowers again this growing season because this one flowered so much for me last summer. What else? I don't think that there's anything crazy going on with these guys. Oh, there's a peduncle here. Oh my gosh, that would be so cool if this Hoya bloomed for me. Wait, do y'all see that? Doesn't want to focus. There, can you see that peduncle? Oh my gosh, that would be so cool if this one flowered for me. That's my Hoya Lei, which I love. It just kind of hangs out here and doesn't cause any trouble. So cute. As for everyone else on the windowsill, I do not think there is much going on. I am getting some new leaves on my Hoya Silver Dollar, but nothing really crazy. Nice to know that it's growing though. We repotted my Hoya Clementiorum in my Q&A video that I think it was the last video I posted. And this is where she lives, on the windowsill. And nothing to report yet. It's only been, you know, like 10 days since I repotted this. But yeah, she's not doing bad, so that's good. Her leaves are still really firm and everything. So hopefully I will get new growth from that one eventually. Okay. And then over here we have my Anthurium moodianum, which has been loving soaking up the sun. You can see her leaves are like going towards the window. And this plant has actually given me a few new leaves recently. It has one that's coming out that looks like it maybe got a bit damaged because I was spraying with my Safers, and I try not to spray new leaves, but I think it might have gotten sprayed a little bit. So my issue with this plant recently is that it's just not giving me the dark color that it's known for. So this is what the newer leaves are looking like. They're like a deep olive green, or like almost like even a bronzy color, which doesn't really, like, it's just not my favorite. Like, I really want the dark moody leaves that this plant is known for. Now this leaf it gave me a while ago. I don't even remember when this leaf came out, but as you can see, it is more of that dark color. And I don't know how I can get it to give me more leaves like this. Like, I want the dark color. Is it influenced by light? Is it influenced by humidity, temperature, fertilizer? Like, what is the secret to dark leaves for this one? Please let me know if you have any experience. We have another leaf that's coming in right now. So cute. So yeah, I'm happy that it's actually growing for me, because this one can really be at a standstill sometimes, but it's actively growing, pushing out a lot of new leaves. They're just not as dark as I would like them to be. Okay, here we are at the Callix shelf, which is looking stunning lately. Again, these plants have really been benefiting from some sunshine. I do have a couple small grow lights clipped on here as well, just for supplemental light throughout the winter. And I don't think I have any, well, again, I have another Maranta that's doing really well, my Maranta Silver Band. This one was also just not looking great. It used to be in the window with the variegated one, and I decided to move them both. So the variegated one, as you saw, went onto the Wally Grow wall, and this one went onto the Callix because I just really didn't know where to put it. But it's doing pretty well out here. I have a lot of new leaves coming in, as you can see, which is great, and I think I am getting some better color. So yeah, it's doing okay, which is good, because this plant, I mean, I definitely struggle with it sometimes. So yeah, doing pretty well. My Hoya globulosa or villosa, this is one of my favorite Hoya. It's so gorgeous, and I just washed this last week. So it's so shiny right now, and just like, look at that. It looks like wet, but it's fuzzy. The back is fuzzy. The front is smooth-ish. The back is really fuzzy. So it's just such a cool Hoya. And I have a baby leaf coming in down here on this one. And I just get so excited for every single new leaf that this Hoya gives me. So that's gorgeous. And you know what I spotted the other day on my Flora's Island here is a peduncle. And now I can't find it again, but I did see one, and I got so excited because this is a Hoya that I would just love to see flower for me one day. I think that's just a vine, but there was a peduncle. I just don't know where the heck it was. Right here. Oh my gosh. Let me zoom you in. There is an active peduncle, you guys. Oh my gosh, if this flowers, I'll be so excited because this one's never flowered for me before. How cool is that? Oh my gosh, but yeah, there has been a couple of mealies on it lately. So I sprayed it down a few days ago. I'm gonna have to spray it down again, but that's so exciting to see that that peduncle is actually doing something. Thank goodness. I chopped up my Cebu Blue in a Patreon video. So that is just rooting now so that I can grow out a nice lush plant. And what else? My Esqueleto has a second leaf right here because there's 2 vines growing in this pot, which this is gonna have to be repotted at some point. That was kind of just a temporary situation for it. And yeah, it's looking a little rough, so we need to, oh, it's so tempting to unfurl them. We need to figure her out better eventually, and she's gonna need another pole and everything, so I will be working with that plant sometime soon. Oh yeah, my dragon scale, I was talking to y'all about how I was suspecting fertilizer burn on this plant because of the marks that I'm getting. So I flushed this plant and I have been careful with my fertilizing and, you know, making sure I'm not fertilizing too much. And the coloring has not continued onto this leaf, and I don't think it's worsened on any of the other ones. So I can't say for sure yet that it's not going to continue, but so far it is looking promising. Okay, over here we have my beautiful Jose Bono, which is desperate for a chop, and I will be doing that soon. I might do a whole moss pole video. I know people, I mean, it's kind of good because the people who are interested in moss poles can watch it, and I know a lot of people aren't interested in moss poles, so they can skip it, I guess. But yeah, we have a new leaf coming out up there, and yeah, he's looking quite gorgeous, so I'm excited to work with that one soon as well. Okay, and then entering into the cozy living room. Like, look at this. Immaculate vibes with Olive sleeping in here now. Yes, 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 love. Okay, so I don't really think that there's too much going on in this window either. This Vitterfolium, it's starting to get really full, and it's starting to just be putting out a lot of new leaves at all times. Not a lot at all times, but I find like there's so many different vines in that pot that there's always a new leaf coming in, it seems. Or at least there's like 3 or 4 plants in here. Also loves to flower for me now, which is something it never used to do. So I guess that's a sign that it is maturing and happy. But yeah, I do like this plant. It's definitely grown on me now that it is getting it's turning into more of a statement, and it just looks really cool there, so I love that. David Kamingii actually has no flowers right now, which is very rare, but it's just hanging out. We have some pings and air plants soaking up the sun here. Some Hoya soaking up the sun as well. I showed y'all this new leaf, I'm pretty sure, last time. Gorgeous. This is the Curtisii that we potted in my Q&A also, and it seems to be settling in okay so far as well. Oh, my Serpent is actually putting out some new leaves, which is nice because I just felt like this one was taking forever to grow. Callix. We also repotted this silver Callix in my Q&A, and she's doing fine also, settling in, looking gorgeous. Love this Hoya so much. Is that a new leaf right there? Look at how pretty that is. Oh my gosh. I can't with her. Bangotensis, I'm pretty sure in the last walkthrough I pointed out that this plant had put out a peduncle, and then like a week later it fell off. So not off to a great start with trying to get this Hoya to bloom, but that's okay. Okay, so what I need to point out to you here is my Anthurium veitchii moodianum hybrid, which is such a cool hybrid that I have here. This leaf is kind of janky. I don't know why when the new leaves come in, they are doing like acrobatics. Like, tell me what is going on here. Like, ma'am, are you okay? Look at her, she's bending over backwards. Like, for what? For why? What are you curling up for? It's so annoying. Like, oh, just look at it. If it was, you know, not curled and crazy, the color, the like ribs, this is just an immaculate leaf, but instead it's looking like that. Like, what is the meaning? Do any of y'all have anthurium that do that? I find that all the new leaves do that, but this one is really bad. So I don't know why it's like that. It's like curly or something. Like, what does that mean? I want to figure it out because I really want to grow nice leaves on this anthurium because it's such a cool hybrid. But yeah, kind of weird and annoying how long the petioles are. Like, they're so long and crazy, but that's okay. Philodendron Florida Ghost looking stunning as usual. That's a new leaf up at the top. It's definitely more minty than they have been in the past, but it's winter time, so shorter days, less light. We're gonna get a mintier new leaf. And then down here, as you can see, we have Alocasia watsoniana putting out a new leaf, which is crazy because I thought that Alocasia was croaking on me, but she's not. She just only has one leaf at a time, apparently. Oh yeah, also I ended up putting the other, Coriaceae silver that we potted up in the Q&A just right here in front of the grow light. So, I mean, it's not a bright spot, but it's not like super dark. So I'm just gonna kind of see how it likes that. This area is getting a little weird and crowded, especially with this cast iron rehab that I have here. I'm trying to save this Milky Way cast iron and convert it to leca. So far, it seems fine, but yeah. It's living out here until it gets established, and then it's gonna go back into the office. Same with this one right here. I did one in leca and one in soil, just in case the leca one croaked. But yeah, not my favorite plant. It's Shane's plant. I'm just trying to rehab them for now. And the office is like cold and dark, so I thought that they would do better out here. Polynura, she's still looking stunning. Love her so much. No updates really. Just being an icon, really. And then let's pop into the cabinet here. This begonia Sinbad has been growing like an absolute weed. I do have to water it like every second day, even in a self-watering pot. But man, she is looking gorgeous these days. And I did cut her. You can see where I cut right there. I had to trim off a bunch because she was growing right up into the grow light and getting burnt. So yeah, gave her a trim, but she is just looking so gorgeous. Other than that, ooh, we do have a new Anthurium Draconopterum, whatever the heck the name is, right here. And look at how cute that is. That's been coming in for a while. And it's still hardening off. It's just so pretty. I love the shape of this leaf. So cool. And ooh, we have a new leaf on my, whatever this is that always is looking janky. Dark, oh my gosh. Okay. Dark Phoenix and Pap. The last leaf got attacked by aphids, so I didn't get to appreciate it. So I'm going to be watching this one like a hawk to make sure nothing sketchy starts happening. This is the Blue Pap Fort Sherman that we, again, potted up in my Q&A video. And that's the progress on the new leaf. It's actually looking really good. So I'm assuming this plant is taking well to the leca, but I haven't pulled it out to check yet. All is looking well though. It feels good, it looks good, so I have no reason to be concerned. And then the other plants are just chilling. Everybody looks pretty decent in here. I recently treated all these plants just to make sure that there's no pests happening in here because I had the aphid situation, which aphids just come out of the woodwork. Like, they're so crazy. So yeah. This cabinet is still kind of a mix of rehab. Like, I have some weird rehab begonias and stuff, but there's also really pretty plants in here, like this big begonia, so it's kind of fine. It is what it is. They seem to be happy in there. Okay, had to wipe up that water that I just dumped everywhere. look at, one of y'all called it the Variegation station, and I love that. So look at the Variegation station over here, doing really, really well. If you missed it, my last plant chores video that I posted, I kind of rearranged and cut up my Monstera Thai constellation, which is crazy, but it needed to be done. So those cuttings are down at the bottom. And then we have my Marble Queen pothos. However, the new leaf has no variegation. So like, what the heck? This is supposed to be the Variegation station, ma'am. But that's okay. There will be a new leaf coming out soon. And yeah, Monstera alba is here, looking absolutely gorgeous. And also the vanilla orchid, I've been loving just having that back and like neat up the wall. I think that it looks so cool. So I'm really happy with how this area is looking. And I've been using my Soltech Vita light again to light this area, and everyone seems really happy so far. So yeah, really, really love how that's looking. And then lastly, the Mother Florida Ghost up here, she's doing fine. She is putting out some new leaves that are growing like up on the ceiling. But yeah, I've been thinking about, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Like eventually this is gonna need to be replaced because you can see a lot of these older leaves are getting pretty brown, and it's just, yeah, the leaves are aging. So I don't know how I'm gonna, like, I love how this looks, and you know, it takes time to grow out this plant like this. So I don't know, maybe maybe I'll extend that pole once, and then once it gets to the top of the second pole, then I will chop and create a new plant to replace this one eventually. I don't know, but yeah, she's just hanging out up there for now still. All right, so that is everything that is going on in my plant collection. Thank you so much for hanging out with me, and I hope that you enjoyed the tour. I hope that your plants are doing well. I hope that you are doing well. January, I feel, is such a tough month. Same with February, but at least February, it's like we're getting closer to spring, especially if you're like a garden person. I feel like a lot of garden prep starts then, and also houseplant prep, which I am going to be coming out with some spring prep videos in February for sure. And people always yell at me saying it's too early for that, but it's not. You need to prepare before the growing season actually gets here. Anywho, I hope that you are well. I hope that you are staying safe and warm, especially if you are in the path of storm fern, which is so iconic that it's named that, but storms are also scary. And I hope that everybody is safe and that it's not too destructive. But yeah, thank you all so much for hanging out with me again. I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Bye.